Well, welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. It's great to see so many names popping up there on screen from all over America, but also we've got quite a number of international guests on the webinar tonight, which is fantastic. It's great to know that these webinars are a great tool to use to help drive your business every week, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, New York. These webinars happen, with a great presenter. So guys, let's get started and find out all about what's the fuss about Gen S, and also with regards to Generation Young. A little bit about what we're going to go through tonight on the webinar. Firstly, because I find on these webinars we have a predominant group of people that have entrepreneurial tendencies. We're going to give you a little bit of a background about the industry, just briefly, and then we'll talk all about who is Gen S. Why is Gen S causing such a stir in the direct selling industry? A little bit about the compensation plan, and once we're finished, we won't take any questions tonight. You just need to get back to the person who has referred you to this webinar. So let's have a look at the industry as a background. The one thing that's very important to understand is that if you are an entrepreneur, that most people out there are in the position where they don't like to sell. People don't like to sell in general, and so if you've got a business that is a bit of a hard sell, you're going to struggle as an entrepreneur. The great thing that, if you look at this statistic, 96% of people that are lying awake at night are worrying about both their health and also at times their finances. So the great thing about Gen S is that we aren't a hard sell. Whether we realise it or not, virtually 100% of the marketplace has an interest in one or both of the things that Gen S provides. One of the reasons why we're growing so quickly. And if you look at the facts today, the economic facts are not fantastic. Job security is a major concern. Credit card debt is through the roof. People are concerned about their equity in their home. And in fact, in the United States, and this statistic is the same or similar in most of the developed world, that if the income stream in a family were to cease, most families have barely enough income to survive 4 weeks before that money runs out. So it's a very small margin for error for people to have a level of financial security. It really is a situation where most people are just trying to get by and survive from 1 month to the next. And this is one of the reasons why the direct selling industry plays such a major role in providing people with support today. Now look, you can take it further. I mean, we have an aging population today, and when we look at where people are going to be around retirement, the figures are quite concerning. What we know when we look at these figures, and these figures again are very similar, not only in the United States, but again also in most of the developed markets around the world, 30% of people won't make retirement, and of the people who do get to retirement, well over 60% are reliant on the government. And I don't think that most people, especially in the years to come, are going to feel confidently that the government to be at the time is going to be looking after them well during their retirement. But outside of that, there's only really 5% of people who can retire with any level of being comfortable. So we're really very much underprepared. The network marketing industry is an industry which is going through dramatic growth because it helps to provide people with choices and a bit of a buffer zone. It can be an industry that people can choose how much they wish to earn, how much time they can put in, and can really provide people with with more choices than what they don't have now. Now, for me, I know that there are a number of different groups of people who get involved in network marketing. Some that have small aspirations, some medium, some large. But the most common is just people embracing this industry to top up what they're unable to earn, through their occupation. So an extra $500 per month for an average family doesn't sound like very much. It may not sound like a large goal, but it really does provide the average family with relief from debt stress, maybe giving the family a choice of going on a holiday each year, having some choices on where they might send their children to school, and that can be achieved on very much a part-time basis, or even less than that, a hobby basis. But some people want a part-time level of income, $1,000, $2,000 per month, and some want that full-time or big-time level of income. And all of those wants and needs can be achieved depending on the amount of time that someone puts into this industry. If we look at financial times today, they're tough. It doesn't matter where you live, any country around the world. You know, the world economy is still slowly recovering out of this terrible recession that's taken place. And what we know is that virtually all forms of business, you know, suffer badly. The great thing with the direct selling industry is that we're a contrarian business industry. We tend to grow and thrive during tough economic times. More and more people look to this industry for answers. So there really isn't a better time for someone to get involved in network marketing. We're looking at hundreds of millions of people are expected to join this industry in the next decade. And when you crunch the numbers, that's more people that have come into this industry since its inception around World War II. In the United States, you're looking at 1 out of 6 people in the street, if you think of, 1 out of 6 homes in the street that you live in is already a home-based business. Pretty amazing. You know, if you think driving down your street to work, every 6th house on average is a home-based business. In other countries, it's higher. In the less developed countries, Asia and Africa, it's as high as 1 in 4. In Australia and New Zealand, it's about 1 in 8. And the sales growth in the network marketing industry around the world is phenomenal. In Australia alone, we did $1 billion in sales annually for the first time back in 2010. That's up almost 50% in the 3 years following. In the United States, you're looking at figures 20 or 30 times that. You know, quite amazing the growth that's taking place. It's an industry that's fast getting credibility even out there in the media. Here's a great report from the Wall Street Journal from a few years ago. Highly provocative. The title, The Ultimate Social Business Model, Why Now is Prime Time for Direct Selling. The glowing endorsement, and this is one of the reasons why so many of the most well-known entrepreneurs have also given it their thumbs up. You know, Donald Trump started a network marketing company. One of the world's most popular authors, Robert Kiyosaki, has said it's essential, and he recommends that every family is leveraged with a network marketing business. Richard Branson started a very successful network marketing company in Europe, the very same product category that we're part of with Genent's. We look at Bill Gates, one of the world's richest men. Years ago, he made a very bold statement saying that if it wasn't computers, this would be the industry that he would be part of. And one of my favorite, well, probably my most favorite investor or entrepreneur is this guy. You know, he's the world's richest man, depending on what day of the week or month it is. And he has undoubtedly the most accurate economic crystal ball of virtually anyone on the planet. He is the most successful investor in history. And what he said about network marketing is that cash-on-cash return, it's the best investment that he's ever made. This is one of the reasons that he is leveraged in multiple network marketing companies, even some he owns outright. Why am I giving you this background is because time and money is precious for people today. If you're going to get involved in the network marketing industry, it's important to understand that it is going through a renaissance. Never has this industry had more credibility than right now in 2014. Many multinational companies are now marketing some of their products using the direct selling model. A lot of these names people wouldn't even realize. The demographics, the baby boomers still have control. And baby boomers right now are in a position where they're not really entirely happy. You know, they're at retirement age. Generally, their retirement fund or superannuation has been badly beaten up, you know, through the global financial crisis. But they want to be healthy. They want to look and feel their best. They want to enjoy their golden years and preferably to try and restore their financial position. So why am I giving you all these facts and figures? Well, it's important just in the 5 or 10 minutes that I've taken to go through this, is for you to have an appreciation that this industry really warrants your respect and time. If you are living in a bubble, if you're still kind of influenced by the old Amway stereotype of network marketing, well, remember that stereotype was alive and well 20, 30 years ago, but it's a long dead dinosaur today. Never in history has there been such an acceptance in direct selling, and I think that's important to appreciate and understand. So let's have a look at some other things, especially taking into account the product range that we have at Genness. Firstly, we know the anti-aging market is massive and it's getting even bigger. So right now we're at about just under 300 billion in sales per year. This is globally, not in the direct selling industry, but overall. And if we go forward 10 years, that's expected to go up by 4 to 5 times. So we know with Genness we're perched in exactly the right product theme. Secondly, if we look at the direct selling industry, what are the product categories that are the most popular? Well, the most popular by miles is skincare. It accounts for almost 15 to 20% of global sales of skincare products are through this business model. Secondly, the number 2 most popular category is nutrition, but it makes up roughly 1% of global sales. So the great thing with Genness, we have the number 1 theme, we have the number 1 product category, we have the number 2 product category, and also we need to realize that 80% of people who build a business and earn an income through this industry are women. So when you put everything together and you look at what Genness has, it's a very, very compelling argument to really gain your respect and see that if you put time in, you're certainly not choosing a company at random that could possibly work. It's got all of the key features that you're looking for. So how do you capitalize on these global trends? What's your solution? Well, guys, just giving you a little bit about my story. I'm the first diamond in Genness Global in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm based in Australia. And I've been involved in this industry for 25 years. And Genness is only the 3rd company that I've been involved with in that time. And I'm a very conservative guy. I have been an investor myself since I was 14 years of age. And so for me, I took a long time to look at what I was going to move into, because my first company that I got involved with when I was 17 years of age, I spent over 15 years with that with that company, traveled the world, met my wife, built a great residual income. Then in 2004, I was involved in launching a new company in Australia, which went on to become one of the most successful single product companies in history. It was a great company to be involved with. And then the global financial crisis hit, and I decided that at 38 I was either going to retire or I was going to come back and find something better than what I'd experienced before. So I had experienced good with my first company, I'd experienced great with my second company. My third company had to be exceptional. And what my mindset was to find exceptional was in the direct selling industry, that's defined by being a billion-dollar brand. Only happens on average about once every 7 or 8 years. So my mission was going out and finding what I thought that company would be. My due diligence was to the extreme because I hopped on planes sometimes 2 or 3 times a month, traveling to the US, working through a short list of over 20 companies that I thought had the possibility of being that next billion-dollar brand until I found the one that I believed that was the best. And that company, as we can see on screen, is Genness, Genness Global. Genness is French for youth, and it ticks every single box that I was looking for. And I know that I've moved on from good to great to now building a company that is exceptional. I've never had more fun and more enjoyment and generated income quicker than what I've done with Genness just over the last 2.5 years. So let's have a look at the company and why it is so fantastic. Well, firstly, some of these criteria are important to know. It has the simplest ownership structure possible in this industry, which is basically being a family company. There aren't multiple owners or a debt load. shareholders, is a family-run and managed company, which I think is important. We were founded just a little over 4 years ago. We're debt-free, highly profitable, and our growth has been staggering. When I started with Jeunesse 2.5 years ago, we had just completed year 2. We'd launched into the DSA Global 100 at company number 82 in the world, 65 million in sales. Year 3, sales increased to 120 million, almost 100% growth, and we increased on the DSA Top 100 to number 78. But year 4 was spectacular. Year 4 just gone, our growth was 135%. We hit 257 million in sales, and we'd really announced to the world that Jeunesse had come of age. We won the Jeunesse was bestowed with the DSA's Rising Star Award. That is the best performing company that's less than 5 years of age on the planet globally. Pretty amazing to receive that award. We're leaders in product innovation. No point to be part of the skincare and personal care industry if you've got products that don't stand out or are not interesting. Because our products are based on cutting-edge adult stem cell technology, people have a high curiosity factor. People want to know more about them. We're a massive global company. We're now in over 100 markets around the world. We're DSA certified, and our products that we have global mass market appeal. They cross cultural borders. We don't have niches. Our products are of interest to everyone that wants to look young, that wants to be healthy, and that's the same in just about any culture that you can think about. But what makes Jeunesse extra special are the people. We have 2 of the most incredible owners and founders in direct selling history, in Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis. Both of their stories are amazing, but Randy's story is probably one of the best rags to riches stories in history. It's right up there with Aaron Brockovich. He grew up in abject poverty in Tennessee, had a desire to become a millionaire, to improve himself. He did that through education. The Army covered his college tuition, and first paying job that he had out of college was working for a small computer company, and he miraculously won a contract to design the computer system that would drive the NASA space shuttle program for almost 40 years. His wife, Wendy Lewis, he met years down the track in one of his own companies that he set up that provided design and computer solutions for the network marketing industry. He also had other companies that provided solutions for insurance and also the medical industry. And Wendy Lewis has been an incredible consultant to this industry for many, many years. She's been recognized multiple times in a row for being in the top 20 most influential women in the network marketing industry. So you have the visionary, you have the brains, are really a perfect union to really manage Jeunesse as we move forward. And what I also love is that we've got a great new generation coming up behind. Scott Lewis, the Chief Visionary Officer, is without doubt the best corporate executive that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Right now, he's on a plane on his way to Europe. The work ethic of Scott and Wendy and Randy really knows no bounds. And I think Scott really portrays an incredible image of what Jeunesse is all about, Generation Young. So why is Jeunesse taking the world by storm? What is everyone talking about? Well, guys, the most important aspect of a network marketing company is its product. And the reason I say that is that smart people that build a network marketing business want residual income for life. And what provides people with residual income for life is all based in product relevance. Are the products relevant? Will people want to buy them regardless of what business model they're marketed with? Will they buy them today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and even in 10 years' time? Guys, when I mentioned a little bit about my story earlier on, I joined my first network marketing company when I was 17 years of age. The thing that's important to know about that company is that it was very conservative. They have very, very good products. And even though I've had nothing to do with building that company, since 2002, I still earn a great income of around $100,000 a year in residual income. The reason for that is the products are so good that people keep wanting to buy them, and I keep earning a great residual commission. Product is absolutely paramount, and that's what we have here in Jeunesse. You know, our products are really the talk not only of the town but also the globe, because we're the first company that's been able to provide skincare products that are based on adult stem cell technology. Now, if you're brand new, get back to the person who has invited you to this webinar tonight. Have a look at an ABC television interview of our product formulator, Dr. Nathan Newman. It was shot in Los Angeles a few years ago, and it shows how Dr. Newman perfected a technique called the stem cell lift, being able to harvest someone's stem cells from adipose or fat tissue, incubate and grow them outside of the body, then inject them back into that patient to be able to do restorative work. When I saw this particular video, it was very impactful for me because I got on a plane 72 hours later, flew to the United States to find out more about Jeunesse, because I saw a man who'd had a salivary gland tumor removed. He had some really nasty post-surgical trauma. He had like a half tennis ball indentation in the side of his face. Part of his jaw was removed. And just through 24 injections, injecting the person's own stem cells, Dr. Newman was able to regrow his jawbone, damaged nerves, tissue, and skin. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So we need to realize is that we have some pretty incredible people behind the formulation of these products. Dr. Nathan Newman has a 10-year exclusive agreement with Jeunesse. Randy Ray, coincidentally, was a patient of Dr. Newman's, having worked on a damaged knee. And so you have the coming together of the brains and also the entrepreneur. And at that time, Dr. Newman was perfecting some skincare products that utilize a byproduct of his stem cell lift. And that's the growth factors that stem cells produce. Dr. Nathan Newman is all over TV. He is world-renowned. He teaches and trains, his techniques. And it's great to know that even Time magazine talks about the relevance of stem cells with such high terms that we're not going to define age by number in the future. The concept of biological age is here right now. So our age is defined by the health of our cell. At Jeunesse, if we think about why we've got such an X factor, why our products are so exciting to talk about, is clearly spelt out there in red. We have the first adult-derived stem cell cosmetic line in the world today. We're interesting, we're conversational, people want to try what we have, and we utilize this technology, and we're the first commercial product in the world to be able to utilize all of the 250 plus growth factors that stem cells produce. So the miracle of our products is that we don't have adult stem cells in our products. Adult stem cells or plant-based stem cells have no functionality in a skincare product or with topical application. The miracle with stem cells, however, is the chemical process that they use to communicate. Stem cells produce growth factors or interleukins, well over 200 altogether, and when they're released, when stem cells are released in the body from the bone marrow, these chemicals communicate with other tissues and cells in the body so they can work out what their future is, what their destiny is. What does a stem cell become? A stem cell can become any other type of cell in the body, so they have a great innate form of intelligence of becoming the tissue that the body needs at that one point in time. So Dr. Nathan Newman was able to harvest those growth factors, and ironically the chemical language of stem cells is identical for everyone on the planet, whether you're African, whether you're Asian, European, even Australian. The stem cell growth factors are absolutely identical. However, our stem cells themselves carry our genetic information, and they are unique to only one person, and that is you. So here we can see our Luminesse product range. Our Luminesse range has a base of the stem cell media that's been created by Dr. Nathan Newman. And our signature product is the cellular rejuvenation serum, an incredible potency of active component. 85% of this product is the stem cell media. And when you apply the stem cell media or the serum on the face, it hyperactivates your body's own stem cells and a cascade of chemical results take place. So we see an improvement in collagen and elastin. We see improvement in skin proteins. We see an improvement in hydration, moisture content. Our skin becomes firmer, wrinkles less noticeable. It even encourages better quality circulation beneath the surface of the skin or peripheral circulation, and also it helps to encourage the production of new skin cells so our face looks fuller and more robust. Our second product in the range is the Advanced Night Repair Cream. It utilises the base again of the stem cell growth factors. It's also enriched with a DNA repair complex. So our skin cells that have been damaged by UV light during the day that need to be repaired while we're sleeping, that happens a lot more efficiently. It's also enriched with a whole range of antioxidants and nutraceuticals, ridiculously good with hydrating. So it hydrates the skin by almost 100% in 2 weeks. And the more of these products that you use, the skincare range, the more complementary they are. They really do help to enhance and magnify the results. So our third product is the Daily Moisturising Complex or Day Cream. Very, very light. It has an SPF factor of 30, can be used under makeup, blended with a whole range of wonderful antioxidants. We also have a youth restoring cleanser, and this is what I call a hyper cleanser. It not only removes dirt and oils from the surface of the skin, but it also encourages cellular cleansing or cellular detoxification. So our skin cells on the face are the most toxic skin cells that we have on the body because of all the lotions and potions and UV exposure that our face is bombarded with. And the cleanser encourages our facial skin cells to purge and release toxins. In fact, this product works so well that some people during their first few days will notice a skin detox where the skin is a little bit redder, sometimes a little bit inflamed, and that settles down beautifully as those skin cells release and get rid of toxins. We have the Essential Body Renewal. This is all over luxury for the entire body. It's a little bit of a crossover between our serum, our day cream, and night cream. Beautiful if you're exposed, to the elements or had a day at the beach, and even if you've just, want that little bit of all-over pampering. Our last product within the Luminous range is really what we lovingly call a facelift in a bottle. It is the ultimate lifting mask, and this product is one of the most popular products in Jeunesse. It is a facial mask that is based on completely plant-sourced polysaccharides. It uses some core herbs that are found at the foothills of the Andes Mountains in Peru. The core herb is called Tara. It goes on in liquid form onto the face, and it slowly hardens over a period of 15 and 20 minutes and can be easily peeled off. And immediately it'll turn back your visual appearance, sometimes up to 5 or 10 years. Wonderful product, a facelift in a bottle. The good thing about what we have with Jeunesse is that not only do our products work, but science also validates that people get great results consistently. There's a human clinical study that's taking place at the moment at one of the best cosmetic testing facilities in America. In fact, it's in Dallas, Texas. And as an example, here we can see a lady with very average up and down skin. All of her 4 skin markers are given a percentile out of 100. So SPWT stands for spots, pores, wrinkles, and texture. And she's kind of above and below the average. After using the full Luminous range for 30 days, you can see what's happened to her skin markers right up into that top 90 percentile. That's incredible results. It's amazing because with these cosmetic testing facilities, over 80% of cosmetic products that they test are shown to be placebo or in some cases negative. Here's some of the results that individuals have received, and I've actually met all but 1 or 2 of these people. And so we can see here, once you apply Luminous, how it can improve the collagen and elastin in skin, making the skin more supple, far more flexible. And even with simple things, like consistent pimples and outbreaks. This is a beautician thrilled with the results that she had after 30 days, with already having good skin, just making her skin far more manageable. The stem cell growth factors can encourage, healing. Here we can see an example of an 80-year-old who's had a nasty scalding burn from boiling water that splashed off the stove. After 7 days, that rate of healing is just nothing short of miraculous. Acne and acne scarring. The ultimate skeptic's test, if you look closely at your computer screen there, you can see a 70-year-old lady that's applied Luminesce to one hand and not the other. Now, visually, you can't really see that much difference looking at the two hands, but the one on the right, the Luminesce hand, if you have a look at the knuckles, you can see where the skin is a lot tighter, visibly, tighter. And then if you have a look at the aging or brown spots on her Luminesce hand, they're probably about 20-30% less prevalent than her left hand. This is a great skeptic's test to do, to apply our products on one hand and not the other, to see a great visual difference. Here we can see, skin blemishes. I met this lady a few years ago, probably an 80% improvement after a month. Standard results, crow's feet, expression lines. This is after 10 days, a businesswoman here in Australia. Dramatic improvement after just a short space of time. Uniformity of skin colour and tone. You can see the skin is not only firmer, but also her skin pigmentation colour is far more consistent. And this guy, this is my favourite testimony because it's someone that I've known for 20 years. His name's Mr. Scott Napier. He's a sapphire building the business on the Gold Coast in Australia. And why I'm so impressed with this testimony was that Scott suffered from one of the worst cases of cystic acne that skin specialists had ever seen. This happened in his late teens after he had a number of tragedies that happened all at once. The worst being his father passing away instantly from a heart attack. And his skin broke out in the worst cystic acne that you could ever imagine. He had growths on top of growths. And for the last 20 years, he has gone on a mission to try and improve his appearance. He's had hospital dermabrasions, creole peels, used more skincare ranges than virtually any female on the planet. And when he started using Luminesce, this was the difference after 45 days. His scarring is representative of third-degree burns. The scarring is 5 mils deep into his skin. 45 days, a 30 to 40% improvement. He's now had over a 50% improvement and hosts open events on the Gold Coast in Australia. So a great story, great physical results, and also it's given him a business to build as well. This is what the mask looks like when you remove the mask after 30 minutes. It really does give awesome results. And this is Lynn Flaherty from Dallas, Texas. Lynn, you might be on the webinar tonight. She received probably what was the testimony of the year last year. I kind of described this as a full Jeunesse facial transplant. But Lynn's story is pretty amazing. I was in Dallas a few months ago, back in March, doing a tour. I got to meet Lynn firsthand, and she told me she was a Mary Kay distributor, 25 years. Started using Luminesce and had these results. She's walked away from her Mary Kay business and is now building a Jeunesse business. Why wouldn't you after results like that? But remember, you don't have to have bad wrinkles or cystic acne or really challenging skin problems to use our products, because most people who use good skincare are like most people who use good nutrition. They're already healthy, or they already have good skin, but they want to they want to value that asset and look and feel and stay there the most youthful for as long as possible. So people with good skin will also benefit from using our products, and the results are subtle but even just as impressive. The media loves our products. We've been featured in that many magazines and media releases that we're struggling to keep count. None of these have been paid endorsements, so the media is really fascinated about what our products provide. But let's get ready to extend life beyond your wildest expectations, because not only does Jeunesse provide anti-aging solutions for our external body, but also our internal body as well. Our scientists at Jeunesse have come up with what's called a youth enhancement system. This is being able to take as many scientifically accepted angles of attacking anti-aging and rolling them into one system or one approach. This is our main doctor who formulates our Neutrogene products. This is our nutritional range. Neutrogene is basically describes how our products work with providing nutrition that influences our genetic expression. And Dr. Giampapa, along with the broader scientific community, knows that the greatest influence you have over your longevity and the rate at which your body ages is how well you can be a good custodian of your genetic information. Keep your genes accurate, degenerative diseases become far less prevalent, and your aging slows. So Dr. Vincent Giampapa is the first board-certified anti-aging physician. He is really a doctor's doctor. What he doesn't know about anti-aging probably isn't worth knowing. And he was the author of The Gene Makeover, a New York bestseller. But just have a look at that picture for a moment. When I first went to Jeunesse a few years ago to work out whether that was the company for me, I had the opportunity to have dinner with Dr. Giampapa, and when he told me that he was in his mid-60s and I at the time was 38 years of age, he looked, I just about fell off my chair because he looked younger than me. He still looks younger than me, and it really does provide an incredible image for what good anti-aging strategies can achieve. And this is his signature product, the AM and PM Essentials. Most people today take vitamins of some description, and this is taking that concept and sending it into the space age. Not only does this product contain vitamins and minerals, in fact there are almost 90 ingredients altogether, it contains a whole spectrum of cofactors, lipids and sterols, probiotics, prebiotics, essential fatty acids, but it also contains elements that influence your genetic expression, and on 4 main areas. Firstly, providing nutrients that encourage your body to make more stem cells. That's pretty amazing. It also provides nutrients that help to influence and stimulate our genes that control how fast our body ages. That's pretty cool. It also contains nutrients that help to speed up the repair of DNA that's become damaged in our cells. That's amazing. And to top it all off, there are also nutrients that help to improve the health of our chromosomes, in particular our telomeres, so that our cells can replace themselves healthier for longer. Pretty amazing stuff. There are already 4 granted patents on that product. It really is an incredible foundational product for your nutritional needs. The most popular product in our Neutrogene range is Reserve. This is what I call liquid velvet in a sachet. It is a resveratrol supplement, and we use our source of resveratrol. We use mulberries rather than grapes. It's a much stronger ingredient to use. And what we know with regards to resveratrol is that it has profound effects in the body. In fact, Harvard University calls it a modern miracle. It's been featured on 60 Minutes on multiple occasions. And it not only works on having broad antioxidant effects, but it also stimulates genes in the body called sirtuins, and sirtuins are the genes that govern the speed of your biological clock. This great little formula is fortified with other super nutrients, things like aloe vera, acai berry, pomegranate. It really is a beautiful product to use. Tastes incredible. Our third superstar doctor at Jeunesse, his name is Dr. Michael Nobel. And now, he may not be as good looking as Dr. Giampapa, but he's even more famous because of his last name. He is part of the philanthropist family, the Nobels, who provide the Science Prize, Peace Prize, Medicine Prize. And one of his philanthropic interests was finding a solution to help people that have been exposed to heavy metal radiation. So imagine people that have been exposed to the dangers of Chernobyl or Fukushima through no fault of their own. What Dr. Nobel found was that if you utilize pectin, which is the cell structure of apples, in particular a very rare breed of apple that's found in Poland, it can have like a chemical sponge effect inside the body, helping to absorb toxins to be removed. He found that if you could reduce the particle size of this high-grade pectin so small, it would not only do that in the digestive tract but also right through the bloodstream. It was shown to be so effective that with people that have been exposed to cesium-137, that it would remove over 60% of that heavy metal within one single course. Now it also has great spin-off effects in other areas, because no matter where you live in America or Australia or Africa, Asia, we're exposed to chemicals each and every day, pollution, exhaust smoke, chemicals in our food and water, and it's a great way of keeping our body clean and healthy. It can also improve the way that cholesterol and blood sugars are utilised in the body. It can also improve digestion and promote weight loss. Our last core product within our nutritional range is called Finity, and Finity is a scientific marvel. It utilises Nobel Prize winning research. In fact, it was an Australian researcher who won the Nobel Prize for medicine back in 2009, Professor Elizabeth Blackburn, who showed that you could actually make a single human cell live forever, provided you could ensure that the cell had enough of an enzyme called telomerase. Well, that compound that stimulates telomerase was found to be a single molecule that was found within a very unusual Chinese herb called astragalus root. And the great thing with Jeunesse is that we've been able to be the first company in network marketing history that has the sole rights to provide a product that's based on TA65, that core ingredient that stimulates telomeres. The only other way that it can be accessed is through a prescription from your doctor. So great to know that we have the global rights for this product. So what it does is it helps to stimulate longer telomeres, which ensures that our tissues cells replace themselves healthier for a longer period of time, so our body ages far slower. In fact, some scientists are saying that by the end of the next generation, life expectancy may be 120 years plus, provided you've got adequate levels of telomerase. So if you're an entrepreneur, think about what I've gone through with you so far tonight over the last 40 minutes. We've got products that everyone will benefit from. They're all cutting-edge science. None of them are boring. Great products to talk about. So let's have a look at the business plan. We know the network marketing industry is growing, but at Jeunesse we're booming. And you can buy the products that we have at Jeunesse through one of three ways. Firstly, you can be really conservative and just buy the products at retail. So whoever's asked you to come onto this webinar tonight, get back in touch with them and you can buy any of the products that we have at retail. But if you want to save some money, you can become a member with Jeunesse and not pay that 60% markup from wholesale to retail. And to join in the US, it's $49.95. You get a great business kit provided to you. In other markets around the world, it's roughly about $30 US without the business kit. And on most products, you're saving $30, $40, $50 plus dollars on each product that you buy. So becoming a member is a great way to purchase the product. You then have a choice, which is the third option, to also take advantage of our financial rewards program. Now, tonight on the webinar, you're not going to be an expert on all ways of generating income, but you will see that this pay plan is incredibly lucrative. So I'm going to give you the basics, the backbone of how this compensation plan works. I find that there are three different types of people that get involved in building a business: people that want a hobby, people that want a part-time income, and people who want that full-time or big-time income. And anyone can achieve what they want to get out of this pay plan by just putting in some adequate time. So 6 different income streams. The first is retail, very simple. Using the US dollar prices, other countries the prices are slightly different. $83 for the serum, retail is $135. There is a $51 markup. So if you're a party planner, you have a retail business, a beauty therapy clinic, or a massage therapist, a natural therapist, just selling 1 or 2 of these serums per week is a $5,000 or $6,000 income stream over a year. If you do that daily, well, that income stream, can be $20,000 to $30,000. But not everyone wants to pay retail forever on a particular product. And so if you enroll people to become a member, for any package that you enroll someone with, you're able to earn an instant commission. So there are multiple packages. The basic pack is really just for people that are product curious. It has almost 400 and something retail dollars worth of product. It costs around $200 for the basic pack. You get an instant commission of $25 for each basic enrollment that you achieve. Now, if you go to the business packs, you've got the 1-year jumbo or the ambassador pack. They're between $1,000 to $1,800 per pack, and you receive up to a $250 instant commission. We've had a new person come into the team this month that's enrolled almost 30 people in her first month and has achieved somewhere close to $5,000 of customer acquisition bonuses because the majority of the people that she's enrolled have been on the ambassador pack. So great upfront income. Third is team commission. So we're getting into the residual, which is my favorite part. And we work on what we call team commissions or team cycles. Every time you hit the magic number of 900 points, you achieve what's called a $35 team commission. Now remember, our products are consumable products. People are buying them month after month. And as long as you've got 300 points on one side and 600 on the other, you earn one of these team commissions. And these are the accumulated sales of you and everyone else that's within your network. You're only building 2 teams, so it's the people that you enroll and who they enroll, etc., down to infinite levels. These team commissions are capped at $750 in a week. That's over $26,000 in income. There are multiple people that have hit that capping in Jeunesse already. Any extra cycles over the $750 are immediately credited to your following week. Now, if you're wanting to earn matching bonuses, this is really what I think is the cherry in the Jeunesse compensation plan. Simply move up the ranks in Jeunesse. Your first matching bonus is paid at the level of Jade. That's just simply having enrolled 4 executives, and they climb to 2 generations at Pearl, 3 at Sapphire, all the way up to 7 generations at Diamond. And it's where you earn a percentage match on the team commissions of every enrolled person that you have within your business. So let's just have a look at that for a second. If you go out and enroll 3 people, you're able to earn, no matter where you've put them on your left team, right team, anywhere within your organization, you're entitled to earn 20% match on the team commissions that they generate. So if they generate $1,000 of team commissions, you're earning $200. Now those 3 people may go out and enroll between them another 10. You're entitled to earn 15% on every single one of the 10 people that they've enrolled, etc., etc. Now if you want to supercharge those matching bonuses, those that we went through just a second ago, provided you have 5 customers, these are people that you've enrolled that don't enroll anyone else, they're just using the products themselves, you get an extra 5% on your matches. If you have 10 customers, you get an extra 10%. So instead of 20% of your first generation, you can bump that up to 30%. Now, if you have plans to earn rockstar income, large full-time income, get to the level of Diamond. So you get to Diamond, you get to share in the Diamond bonus pool, which is 3% of global sales that are paid out on a pro rata basis to around 30 diamonds around the world. These diamond pools can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars extra per year in commission. Remember, our playing field is huge. We're in over 100 markets around the world. We've recently just expanded into Africa. I'll be going on tour in Africa in July. So, you can take your business virtually anywhere. And if you love social media, your Twitters and LinkedIn's, Facebooks, we've got some incredible social media tools that you can tap into. You can take your business mobile with J Mobile, checking all of your stats and enrolling people on your mobile device. And if you want lifestyle, nothing better. You've got half a dozen different opportunities to earn fully paid or partly paid travel to events and reward trips around the world. In about 2 weeks, I'll be on a plane to Athens, and I'll be spending 10 days sailing the Greek islands and also spending some time in Italy. Now, as a diamond, you're entitled to earn that trip each and every year, and it's realistically almost a $40,000 holiday each and every year. That is lifestyle personified. Well worth the effort in building your business to diamond. We are a philanthropic company as well. We support a program called Jeunesse Kids, which is a alliance with Muhammad Ali's charity Global Village Children, or Global Village Kids, and we provide funds to provide meals to needy children around the world. We've provided meals now to well over 1 million children, multiple millions of children around the world. Really does make me feel good about what we're doing at Jeunesse. So let's just wrap everything up, guys, and show you what you need to do to get started. Firstly, you need to join. You're crazy not to. Buy the products and save that 60% markup from wholesale. Select the product pack that you want to start with. So if you're just product curious, you can just start with the basic or the pearl pack. If you're thinking business, then I would suggest starting with the 1-year jumbo or ambassador pack. Get out and enroll your first 2 people, so that qualifies you as being an executive, so you can earn those team commissions. You're starting to build a group, and simply show as many other people how to do the same. If you have a monthly product purchase of at least 1 product of 60 points, all of your points are cumulative, so they never flush. There is no monthly wipeout of your volume. And just simply show as many other people how to do exactly the same. For me, guys, I was greedy. As I mentioned earlier, I've experienced a good company in this industry plus years. I've experienced a great company in this industry where I was able to earn between $1 and $2 million a year for half the years that I was in that company with residual income. For me to move on to my third company, it had to be better than what I'd experienced before. It needed to be exceptional. It needed to be that next billion-dollar brand in this industry. And just think about it. We've done $257 million in our 4th year. I'm not sure that there are even any other billion-dollar brands in the network marketing industry that have done that same achievement inside of 4 years. So look at the whole package. We've got products that not only everyone needs, they want them. We are global, 100 markets around the world. This business is working, even in a tough economy. Perfect way to help others, both with their confidence, their visual appearance, their health, and also their financial well-being. We are the whole package. We are Generation Young. So, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed, the presentation, tonight. If you have any questions, what I would encourage you to do is to get back to the person that has invited you to this webinar tonight. Talk with them, get started, get enrolled, and experience the joy that I've experienced in building this great business, which is Jeunesse Global. So thanks, guys, and make sure that you get your people onto next week's webinar, same time, and live young, live Jeunesse.